at the outside of your room, collect the specks of nothing that I had left for you. I'd say anything I could if only it would make you say, this interest is disinteresting. I fell with words, you burden me. No, not scared, but sad to say the least. My guard fell down with walls created weak. I felt your love, your stupid love that you had wasted all on me. Taste the bitterness of me. I hope you sob, I hope you weep. I don't get it, I'm not on my hands and knees. If begging's what you want, then I will plead. Nothing speaks to me or comforts me. I'm not getting sleep, barely functioning. Bury the blame, it's all your fault because I'm lost and I'm found, but I'm alone in the long run again. Why won't you fall for me? I'm distant like you asked me to be. No, not scared, but sad to say the least. My guard fell down with walls created weak. I felt your love, your stupid love that you had wasted all on me. Taste the bitterness of me. I hope you sob, I hope you weep. Distant like you asked, hang over my head. My wrist bruised, not broken from holding it all in. Distant like you asked, hang over my head. My wrist bruised, not broken from holding it all in. I saw your face unlike the others, I'm sure I'm thought about at times. If the only way is over it, our time has to die. No, not scared, but sad to say the least. My guard fell down with walls created weak. I felt your love, your stupid love that you had wasted all on me. Taste the bitterness of me. I hope you sob, I hope you weep. Felt your love, your stupid love that you had wasted all on me. Taste the bitterness of me. I hope you sob, I hope you weep. Hello, friends and enemies. It's the real Brand Dazzle, and today I'm going to show you how to play the song Distant by Like Pacific off their album Distant Like You Asked. There are really only 4 total chords in this song, or at least in the version that I've come up with for it, but I think it sounds really cool. So there's your standard E major, there's a B power chord, and playing power chords on the acoustic, this is something that I recently figured out, that's probably been figured out before, and I'm definitely reinventing the wheel, but I'm going to share it with you anyways. It makes it a lot easier if you use your pointer finger that's doing the low note of the power chord and sort of lay it across the rest of the strings so that it mutes them, and because it's below the other 2 fingers that are fretting notes, it's not going to mute those strings, and it just kind of pushes up against the lower string if there's a string lower than it to mute that as well, so you get instead of and so you can do the same, but without the pressing forward, just laying it across all the other strings with an F sharp power chord and a G sharp power chord. This song is in capo 2, and the thing you have to remember for strumming pattern purposes and for just playing it so that it sounds right is that it's in 3/4 time. So each measure is 3 chord note beats. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's like that. So just so that your strumming patterns sound good, and the emphasis is usually on the first beat. So like 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's just on the first beat. Will make it sound pretty nice. The intro is sort of a way to emulate the cool strumming thing that they did. It's sort of a complicated rhythm, but you can make it sound good. So you just go 2, 3. So just play 8ths and 2, 3, 2, 3. And then for the power chords, the F sharp, G sharp, and F sharp power chords, you play 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. If you know the musical West Side Story, it's the I like to be in America. It's that song. It's that rhythm. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2. Sort of dividing it up like that. So 1 2 3 4. So 1 you have to be careful not to actually bar the strings, because it's definitely not an F sharp minor there. It's actually like F sharp major, but G sharp minor. But I don't think it sounds quite as good if you play it like that. Plus, it's harder to split between those to get the right nice rhythmic effect. It's basically a choice between having the right chords or being able to do the rhythm effects. Like, I mean, you can slide between them, but it's a lot harder because you have to put down more things and you have more fingers on the string, so there's more friction, and it's just more annoying to do. Honestly, it's easier. So what that means is that you have to avoid barring it. That chord progression for the intro, that's also going to be the chord progression that you're going to use for the chorus, except with different rhythm. For the verse, you just do simple 3/4 strum, so 3. Lost my only contact with, and then you go to your G sharp. Outside of your room. G sharp, F sharp. So you do E major for 2 measures, F sharp, G sharp for 1 measure, F sharp for 1 measure, and then for the chorus it gets louder, more powerful, and you go. That interesting thing that they do with the rhythm, where they essentially turn a 3/4 measure into a 6/8 measure and back. It is just really fun from a musical perspective, and it makes for a really cool rhythmic sound. So, no, not scared, but want to, and you can think of the I Want to Be in America here as well. Funny, huh? It actually works really well. That's actually the sound of the rhythm in the song itself, so that's good. Sometimes acoustic versions don't preserve the rhythm, but I think this does it really well. That's why I use just the power chord for that sliding, so that it can sound good. You do that, the version with that, you do that twice for the first, from No Not Scared to Created Weak, and then you do it for you do each of those chords for 1 measure each. I felt your love, you stupid love, that you had wasted all on me. Because to change things up, and it sounds kind of cool. I hope you stop, I hope you wait. And here's where it sort of goes to more, in the actual song, it's more sparse here, which I do with less strums, but keeping the same kind of rhythm. I don't get it, I'm not on my hands and knees. If begging's what you want, then I will. You can just keep that going, but do it more sparsely, more ringing, so it sounds like it's a change from the first verse, but it's not completely different. Same progression as from the first verse. Then the last line of this verse is really, really, really long. It's bury the blame, it's all your fault, etc. So you do the progression, the first progression, the standard number of times. You can't sleep, barely functioning, and then you do it 2 more times. So bury the blame, it's all your fault, because I'm lost and I'm found, but I'm lost and I'm found, but I'm alone in the long run again. Then you go to your E major. The next line is a little different. From Why Won't You Fall For Me, it's you do your E major single strum, last 2 measures, and then your F sharp single strum, 2 measures, G sharp 1 measure, F sharp, E, and then you launch into your loud chorus progression, just big movement. The next bit, the bridge, introduces that B power chord that I mentioned, just for a change of sound, because the bridge is different, as usual. You can do that rhythm thing where you strum and mute. If you want, you're going to continue the same rhythm pattern, but if you want, you can strum and mute. progression, you're going to use that B, F sharp, E. You're going to use that for the remainder of the bridge. The B lasts for 2 measures, F sharp for 1 measure. On the last line, if the only way is over it, you're going to change it up a little. So you're going to go your only way, G sharp, over it, F sharp, our time has to come, E. No, not scared. And then you just go into your chorus again. There's the vocals kind of layer over each other. He goes without. It's clearly something that was done in post. Here, it's sort of hard to get it, but I suggest doing taste the bitterness of me. Hope you saw, I hope I felt your love, your stupid love that you had wasted all on me. And then, so you just repeat those last 2 lines again. Ness of me, I hope you saw, I hope you wait. I suggest going to that B major just to sort of finish it off and give it a nice trail, because that's a very, it's a resolution of the tension. That's about it. It's relatively few chords, but just the rhythmic bit makes it sound really nice, and I really like it. If you like my tutorials, comment below a song that you want me to do a tutorial for, and I'll do my best at playing it for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.